Hey everybody, welcome back to Tasca Automotive here on 1300 Pontiac Avenue in Cranston, Rhode Island. Today we're checking out the newly redesigned 2024 Ford Ranger. Let me tell you about it. So in the new 2024 Ranger, we have Ford's venerable 2.3 liter direct injected 4-cylinder. It is turbocharged, and in this trim makes 270 horsepower and of course 310 foot-pounds of torque. I can personally attest that this is a great engine. I have one in my Bronco and I absolutely love it. It's fuel efficient, it has plenty of torque in pretty much any gear. This one has Ford's 10-speed automatic transmission, and of course this one is 4-wheel drive. Nice thing I like about this, other than other engines, there's no like cover or anything, so it's super easy to work on. At least it is with my Bronco, and of course it is here. The battery's super accessible, change the air filter nice and accessible. Just a few things that I noticed that aren't usually there on modern cars. Now, like I said, the Ranger is redesigned for 2024. It's got this brand new front fascia. We have Ford's signature lights, kind of looks like the F-150 Raptor over here. And then this one, of course, has our camera system so you can see where you're going. And it has a really nice screen in the center console to make maneuvering the truck really easy. The nice thing about the Ford Ranger is it's kind of a sweet spot in the truck market, at least for me, in size, because you can park it and drive it anywhere you want. It fits in a regular parking spot, a regular parking garage, and you still have all of the truck capability. Now this one right here, as equipped, can tow up to 7,500 pounds, which is really good for a mid-sized truck. So as we go down the side, this one is, of course, the crew cab, an XLT model, and it has the FX4 off-road package, which gives you the different suspension. And of course, we have these Goodyear Wrangler Territory ATS off-road tires. I've driven on this. This truck for a mid-size pickup truck is not like an old pickup truck. It really does drive much more like an SUV or a car. It's nice and quiet, and it's nice and compliant over all the bumps. Yet when you kind of throw it into a corner, it's got some nice steering feel as we're used to from Ford. This being the Super Crew model, we have a full-size rear door here, and the nice thing about it is even if you want to go out with family and friends, it's a great utility vehicle and something you can take to dinner. I fit in here just fine, which you won't find on a lot of smaller pickup trucks. We've got 120 volts back here, so you can plug in a laptop or what have you, or something your kids have. And then, of course, we have USB-C and USB connectability in the back, and it's quite comfy. Another thing I'd like to note about the new Ranger is these redesigned taillights. I think they're very handsome. I had seen them on cameras, but I think they look really great. This one has the blind spot radar on it. We have parking sensors, our rear camera, and of course our hookup for our trailering package and our receiver right here. One thing on this Ford product comes on a lot of Ford and Lincoln products is I love the keypad. So if you're out camping and you just have to grab something and you're like, oh my God, I forgot my keys inside, or you're parked far away at your apartment complex, all you gotta do is click in the code and open the door. All right, now you join me on the interior of the new 2024 Ford Ranger, and there are a few things I'd really like to point out. Ford does a great job of putting things exactly where you want them. That meaning, I can hop in this out of any vehicle. I've never been in a 24 Ranger before today, and I can go over here and everything's immediately familiar. I know where the wipers are, the signals, all the controls are super familiar. A few things I'd like to point out that I really like that Ford does. It's a truck, so we have a real shifter. We have a nice screen here, but I can glance down quickly, and we have real buttons for the HVAC controls, and our hazards and recert are right there. This being the XLT model, we have a nice leather-wrapped steering wheel. The interior materials are nice. There's not a lot of black plastic. Everything looks nice and, you know, tough, so it's going to wear nicely. Tons of storage. The door pockets are huge. It's easy to get in and out of. If we look over here, there is storage right in the area above the glove box. And there's storage down here next to where this vehicle has a place to charge your cell phone. This particular XLT, as I mentioned, has the FX4 package. We have radar cruise control, all of our buttons on the steering wheel, power windows, power seats in this model. We have our 10-speed automatic controlled right here with our manual control, electronic e-brake, and of course we have some different modes for slippery or if you're off-roading or driving in snow, which is great. And over here you have your rotary dial for your drive modes, and we have two-wheel drive high, four-wheel drive high, and four-wheel drive low. And yes, this does have a four-wheel drive low setting, which is great, especially in a truck this size. Another thing I'd like to compliment Ford on is the screens. Now, I'm not usually a big screen guy, but this is so easy to read, and it's especially easy to read in a lot of sunlight, which is nice. And the graphics are great, and the new Ford sync system is super fast. There's no lag in it whatsoever. And if we go in here and use the camera system, we have a 360 surround system and a reverse camera for the back of the truck. And it's super easy to see and use. I've been piloting this around. It's very, very intuitive. As a lot of the 360 systems, they can be a little disorienting. You know, you obviously still have to use your mirrors, but this one makes it nice and simple. And like I said, it is a very high quality system, and it's not a lot of lag. And the other thing I like about it is it's ultra clear to read. I want to thank Tasca for allowing me to check out this 2024 Ford Ranger. This being the XLT, I absolutely love it. I think it's kind of the sweet spot in the model range for, you know, a truck's truck, if you will. And if you're interested in one of these, make sure to come check them out, 1300 Pontiac Avenue in Cranston.